Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. Today's reading is going to be for my beautiful Aquariuses. If you guys resonate with the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys want your own personal readings, hit me up at jocelynlovely84@gmail.com. Alright guys, today's reading for my Aquariuses, it's a lot. It's a lot for my Aquariuses, mostly because you guys are going through a real big shift, like an ego death. Right? A death of like, not even a death, but it's just almost as if it's this surrendering that's been needing to happen for a very long time and you're finally going through it. And you guys have done this so many times, right? These type of shifts of surrendering where like you don't even recognize yourself anymore, right? The things that you used to be drawn to, you're not drawn to these things anymore. The reasons why you did X, Y, and Z, or the reason why you even lived, was so different from where you're at now that it's like some of you guys feel like you're alive, but you're not really. You're alive, but it's almost as if like at what cost? It's almost as if it's because you're so different now. It has you questioning your purpose in life in general. So we're starting off with the Nine of Wands. I'm using the anime tarot here. It just seems to me like a door, because the next card that comes out is a Ten of Wands. Okay, I had to shuffle these a lot, and still, this is the whole point, right? It's like closed doors. Closed doors, or doors of opportunities are not open yet because you haven't 100% figured out what your purpose is at this moment, or what it is that you're drawn to at this moment. If anything, these doors are closed for you because right now you're trying to figure out not only who you are, but you're trying to just let go or separate from parts of yourself that don't resonate with you anymore. The next card is the Two of Wands. You see, this is like a beautiful arrow, a bow tie, a moon in the background. It's purplish, it's tranquil, and then a star. It's like if this was you at one point, right? You showed up and you might have been extroverted. You might have been the most outgoing person out there, right? Even though you're an Aquarius, right? Maybe you used all those people skills that you have to really go out there and build a group of friends. Maybe build a niche market, and started yourself in a niche market, or maybe even started a business, or just something that you felt that some of your characteristics could have been explored there. Or so like for example, sorry about this. Let me rephrase that. Okay, so for some of you guys, when it comes to a job, when you apply, you made sure that you became the most likable person. Like you aced interviews, you were the best at them, right? You were the one that showed up and became you, and you walk into a room and like this whole room lights up. Right now, it's almost as if like you don't see a point of being that flamboyant or being that extroverted at interviews. So what do? You just show up as you, because you don't want to keep overusing these characteristics or like ego-based boosts, right, that make you feel good about yourself to get your point across. So maybe this time at interviews you're just showing up as you because you don't care, right? You're showing up as you because you don't have anyone to impress or anything to go after. So you show up as you and you just hope that this is enough. And some of you guys are feeling like it's not. Like you're not enough because you're not, going out there being as spectacular as you could be. But again, it's because you're going through a transition or a change that it's causing you to doubt yourself. You're doubting whether this is the right move for you or not, but you know it is, because some of you guys have spent years overexerting yourself with your characteristics, or just showingness, or your wanting to be confident, right? But this type of confidence comes from ego boost, right? That it's like you're not that person anymore. So it's almost as if it's draining every time you do something like that. When you show up wanting to be extra, it costs you your peace of mind. It's almost as if it's too much work. It gets to the point where it's exhausting. You're tired. You already validate yourself so you don't need to do anything like that anymore. So because these changes are actually happening, you're wondering whether people are receiving you in the best light, right? But it's essentially you. So it's almost as if it's saying, is it people that are judging you by the way you show up, which is very authentic, or is it you? Is it you that's judging yourself by the way you show up? So what's missing there? What needs to be fixed? Not even fixed there. What needs to be observed there in that specific place? The next card is the Five of Pentacles. Again, because you're spending so much time grieving here. It's grieving. It's time time on your own. Really focusing on healing yourself and validating yourself. Even though right now you feel like a period of isolation, it's separation, right? It's like every part of you is separated and it's being dissected so that you can heal it. And because this is happening, you need to spend a lot of time on your own. And so maybe that's why the isolation or the feelings of being alone are even more increased than usual. The next card is the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's like saying, look closer. It's taking one piece out of here out and it's showing it to you. Look closer. There's value within this stock. It's essentially you, but there's something wrong here. It's like you don't see the value of what you're doing right now. You're getting out of old ways of being, old patterns that you felt made you successful. Right? It's getting out of old ways of being here. And it's like, it's just telling you that you've always been successful. You never needed to do any of that. So it's like getting in touch with that version of yourself that just shows up and is worth something. Some of you guys haven't tapped into this yet, which is why it's encouraging you to do it. You haven't tapped into this version of you that just shows up and is happy and doesn't have to do all of that. It doesn't have to, because it has all its needs met. It's happy. And it's like you maybe lost touch with this part of you a long ass time ago, or maybe you're uncovering this, but it's like it's needed. Once you find this, right, in the area of when it comes to of self, right? Once you can respect and value that part of yourself on your own, it doesn't matter how you show up at interviews. It doesn't matter how you show up around other people. It really doesn't, because you would be so self-assured. But it's like you guys are going through that phase of needing to learn that. The next card is the Four of Pentacles, right? This reminds me of like sticking to old patterns, old way of doing things. Like it's so rigid, it's a structure, they're all set in place, right? A rigid structure. And it also talks about closeness, right? When you have this and this one was separation. This is closeness, this is unity. This is unity. Okay, this is you being one and understanding that every part of you plays a vital role in this journey. And you need every vital piece, but it's like you're picking every piece up and trying to figure out how this fits into your life. Is this actually needed? Do I need to overextend myself, overexert myself, or can I just be myself, right? It's like inspecting every part of you and realizing how you could use this in your everyday life. For some of you guys, it's this fear of surrendering. Because you've already surrendered so much, you're afraid that if you surrender anymore, you will not even be able to recognize who you are. You won't be able to. So it's fear that's blocking you right now. But the minute you face whatever this fear is, right, the minute you choose to surrender, it's like you're going to go through this deep healing phase, this deep crying, this deep cry that you're going to go through, and it's going to be really healing for you guys. All right, guys, that's all I have for you, my beautiful Aquariuses. Take care. Bye.